Welcome back to the lighting feedback for this evening, and I'm excited to look at these updates. Let's start with Carolina. This is the most recent, and I still have the last one up here as well as your reference. So I love to compare um, before and after. So if I'm looking at the before, the one previously to this, and the after, I love it. I can see the differences. You really took the notes well. The door is slightly more open. We're seeing more of that kind of cross between the warm light and the cool light, and also the grad. All the grads are really good. There's nice fall off. The intensity is lower. Also here I'm noting in the shadow that we mentioned that it does kind of grad off to a little bit darker here as well, which we weren't feeling there. So overall, I think it's working really well. Um, yeah, I think I have not that many comments. I mean, the one comment I have to myself is I feel like, and this is totally an arbitrary, opinion here, but the door feels like a little too open to me. Like if I were to kind of nitpick, I kind of budge, like just highlight this one. I just budge this door like a little bit so it's not falling into what's bothering me. It's falling into that shadow. I mean the light from the outside, right? I want it not to do that. So if it were to like be a little bit more closed, I think that would be great compositionally. And then you'll still get that nice fall off that you're getting here, right? And maybe it's actually a little bit nicer because you'll get a little bit of darkening in between, maybe. But yeah, just shut the door ever so slightly. I know, it's such a simple comment. And then the other thing that I will say that's not bothering, but looking at it, we can definitely, like, it's an opportunity to go even further, is this wall right here. So I'm looking at this wall, and again, I'm looking at tones. I'm looking at, is there shaping? Does it feel flat? Even in the shadows, right? And to me, like, this tone here is very similar to this tone right here, right? But, if I'm looking at what's going on here, I would suspect that the light from here is having an effect and bouncing off just slightly over here. And it could give a really nice subtle like fill high, like not, and when I say this, not anything like a key, they're like shadow fills, but give a nice kind of very subtle more of like a bounce coming from here. And you can even highlight, and that's what I was doing, is like highlighting some of those frame edges. It'd be really nice. Similarly, how you got this kind of highlights here in the rim, if we got something similar, and that will just help break up this wall here. So overall, those are really my only things. And then after you do that, we can take it from there. But then I would suggest, I love a little bit of diffuse, right? So like in the comp, like a little softening of this would really bring it together as well. But overall, I think it is a great adjustment, and then you can tell how, just small things, tweaks, really bring the visual to the next level. So amazing job. Keep on going. I'm really liking this. Like, look at that nice fall off now. Really good. And it's bright, but not overly bright. I think that's something that we often do, like in the and I'm guilty of this too, in the first iterations. I almost overpower lights because I want to see them, right? I want to be like, boom, here's my light, see me. And then it takes me a while to like crank it back, right? And then this is kind of more of that subtle feel. While it's still there, but it feels more natural. So really well done. Moving on, we have Bipul.